Good afternoon. Thank you for attending the kickoff for the new Bike Health and Wellbeing program. I really appreciate the time you took out of your busy day to attend today. I'm going to start the presentation off today by thanking some of the key people that have been very supportive of the Bike Health and Wellbeing program since we started in October of 2012, that we hope will remain and plan on remaining supportive through the years to come. Our benefits team is Angela Moss, Mary Bear, and David Pastor, who is my boss. And then we also have Jesse Drucker, Stephanie McHenry, Dr. Zhu, and Dr. Berkman. So they are some key people that have been very supportive, and we appreciate very much. Our CSU Information Services and Technology team, many of those folks have been critical, including Hema, who is from our Department of Human Resources. Dr. Sparks, Dr. Patterson, and Noel from Health and Human Performance and the Fitness for Life and Journey to Wellness programs. Our payroll, Treasury Services, CSU Campus Support Services, Wendy, Chris Hall from Dining Services, Greg Ross from our Rec Center, and Melissa. We really appreciate their support. Eileen Gutman has been critical in helping with the Bike Health and Wellbeing program as far as Dr. Eisenberg and Dr. Borman and their staff. We have a new Student Health and Wellness Coordinator, Denise Curie, that we're happy to have here at Cleveland State. And then our Bike Health Wellness Council members and Wellness Champion members have been very critical in our success to broaden our reach. So these are just some of the key people that make it very evident that CSU cares very much about the health and well-being of our CSU family. So thanks again. So many of you may not realize that we went through a very extensive RFP process to assess the vendor that we were using and look at many others. There are so many wellness vendors out there, and we narrowed it down to the top 10, and then looked at the critical things that we felt were important to move our program to the next level. One of the key things that we found with the vendor we chose, which is WellSteps, is that they were able to provide performance guarantees, and not just performance guarantees, but a proven history of being able to increase engagement, healthy behaviors, health outcomes, and containing healthcare costs for other organizations they have worked with. Many of the vendors we looked at could not show these results and could not provide performance guarantees. So this was very important to us. WellSteps was also able to include the spouse or same-sex domestic partner for our faculty and staff, which we felt was very important to not only hit the health and well-being at work, but also at home. They can participate in health challenges, the health assessment, and the resources we have. Dr. Troy Adams and Dr. Stephen Aldana are our national leaders in population health management and are the co-founders of WellSteps. So we are very excited to have their expertise in improving our incentive design and our results year to year. They are also willing to come out to Cleveland State based on our needs and interests on an annual basis. So we're real excited about that as well. Some of the other things in our decision were evidence-based health campaigns and challenges. We have Veggie Up starting this week, and there's some awesome interest and success going on with that campaign. That's just one of the many examples. The next example I am very excited about, and I'm sure many of you will be excited about as well. Jenny and Kenna are health professionals that are on our account and our wellness team to answer questions in addition to myself. So you will be able to email Jenny or Kenna or call if needed to ask questions about resources, about the program, about verification of completion, or about a health question. So that is real exciting to me, and I'm sure is to you as well. The portal, we wanted it to be simple and easy to navigate. It is able to sync with Fitbit, Jawbone, and free apps, so that's something that's happening as well. And over the years, since we started in October 2012, we've had some really excellent success stories where employees have lost weight, have quit smoking, have increased their health so much that they've gone off of the need to take medication for chronic health conditions. So we want to be able to share these stories, and now we're able to do that with the WellSteps platform. So as you can see, if you're aware of what our goals have been since the inception of Bike Health and Wellbeing, CSU believes it's important for you to consider your health and well-being a priority. So the goals of why we picked WellSteps go along with that. We want to improve and maintain your health so you can enjoy a higher quality of life while you're at work, with your family, and for when you retire. We want to provide the environment, the tools, the skills, and the resources to improve your health. We want to motivate health improvement and make sure that you're a good consumer of your health. We have a health campaign coming up on that. And we want to evaluate what we do year to year to take our program to the next level. So our goals are right in line with why we picked WellSteps as a vendor. So we highly encourage as many of you to engage faculty, staff in our health campaign and our health assessment and all the different activities that we're doing to support better health. But the more of you that participate, the better success we're going to have. So, encourage those around you to engage so that it's more successful for them and for you. I would also like to highlight some of the key improvements that we're going to have with the new incentive design on the next slide. And that is, we have the health assessment now in the beginning of the year instead of in the spring. So we did this strategically so that we weren't stuck with the health assessment in the spring that kind of went in line with when we started the program. We wanted to change it to the summer-fall timing so that you had the year ahead, the program, the resources to support your health improvement. So the other thing is there was not a formal process to enroll in the Bike Health and Wellbeing program. Now there is. That's the fourth bullet point down. When you enroll, you'll be asked to take a very brief, approximately 5-minute health assessment. So those two things happen at the beginning of the year, and you'll do on an annual basis. Last spring, employees were asked to complete a Know Your Numbers health assessment. So if you did it in the spring, you do not need to do it again now. So this year and this year only, you'll be able to skip getting that screening done in the fall. Next year, however, you will be asked to do that again. So this fall, the only employees that are asked to complete the Know Your Numbers screening are new hires, or those that missed the opportunity in the spring, or those that have seen substantial improvement and just want to get checked again. So that is going to be done on the registration page through the Fitness for Life staff, or you can call and get that screening scheduled over at the new on-campus health clinic in the Innovation Center, or you can use your primary care physician. So as I said before, faculty and staff can now invite their spouse or same-sex domestic partner. So we think this will really help with the success of your health, working on it at home in addition to at work. And then the point structure has improved in that there's going to be more points for engaging in healthy behaviors week to week, month to month. So we think it's important to not just exercise when we have a health campaign, but to exercise, every month throughout the year, to eat healthy every month throughout the year. So that's going to be a new improvement in how the points system works. You're also going to get 100 points for completing the online health assessment and 100 points for your Know Your Numbers screening, which was not done before. And you're going to get points for not only getting your Know Your Numbers screening, but actually achieving some healthy numbers, which each of the 4 areas we're looking at. And you'll still be able to earn points for engaging in health campaigns, health challenges, and health education where it's important to you and your health. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the new wellness team and introduce Dr. Adams.
Hey everybody, we're so glad to be here with you on behalf of Jenny and Kenna. I know that we are all delighted to work with Cleveland State, and we've had some great success already. Let's just go ahead and dive right in. I want to tell you the story about the Apollo 13. You may remember the movie. In this movie, the astronauts were supposed to go up to the moon, land on the moon, explore some things, come back, and that all changed when about 200,000 miles from Earth, an oxygen tank exploded. This caused significant challenges to them having enough oxygen, fuel, and power in order to get around the moon and come home. And so the whole mission that was supposed to be about exploration became a mission of rescue. They were able to solve several major problems with relatively simple solutions. They got around the moon, they were on their way home, and then they realized that the angle of entry was changing. This led to this statement, which you may remember: Houston, we have a problem. Now, the angle of entry, if it's too steep, they would have burnt up on entry, big problem. If it were too shallow, they would have skipped off the atmosphere and gone out into space forever, also a very, very big problem. So they needed to solve the problem, but first they had to figure out why the problem had happened in the first place. One of the astronauts observed some tiny droplets of water being vented out into space and realized that the little power left operating was creating heat. That heat had to be cooled, and the cooling process involved water, which of course resulted in the mist. So there's a great lesson here. Teeny tiny things, teeny tiny drops of water had created a life-threatening problem, and this is the exact same thing that we have going on here in this country and in other civilized nations, which is that we are doing things or not doing things that are really simple. We fail to do them on a long-term basis, and this causes chronic disease. So we can say, America, we have a problem. It's really a chronic disease problem. I want to show you by illustrating with one chronic disease, that's adult diabetes. This is a map of the United States, and the darker the color of each county, the more adults in that county have diabetes. And so keep one eye on where you live, and then you can use the other eye to look at the southeastern part of the United States and watch what happens when I fast forward from 2004 to 2006, 2008, 2010, and then 2012. It's absolutely jaw-dropping what has happened. We know, for example, that just diabetes alone has increased, the number of people in the United States who have diabetes is increased 4-fold in the last 30 years or so. That's unbelievable. So that may raise the question, what happened? Well, 2 primary culprits really happened. Number one, we move less. There is absolutely no question that we are doing things, doing less physical activity, and in fact it has been engineered out of most parts of our life. We don't have to move hardly at all. This is a problem. The second part is that we consume more of everything. I've illustrated here with soda, which we do not need, no one needs, but it could be said for restaurant meals, it could be said for meals at home. The plates have gotten larger, servings have gotten larger, and so we consume more of everything. This is the other part of the problem. We move less, we eat more, and boom, here we have a problem. So for your employer, it's costs, which may not be a big concern for those of you who are employees at Cleveland State, but for you, it's poor quality of life. Poor quality of life is not being able to travel the places you want to go in your turn, not being able to spend time with loved ones like you want to. It's primarily driven by chronic disease, which is almost entirely driven by unhealthy behaviors. Research case in point. This is from the Nurses' Health Study, a study that over 4 decades on almost 250,000 nurses. What they found was that poor lifestyle causes chronic disease. 70 to 91% of these big 4 chronic diseases are directly attributable to things that can be changed. Smoking, poor eating habits, and failure to get enough physical activity. So poor lifestyle causes chronic disease. We also know from this study, this prospective study in Germany, where the researchers followed about 8,000 people or so for 8 years. The people who started the study were all healthy at the beginning. They did not have any chronic disease. The researchers watched the things that they did. The people that had a healthy weight, that got enough exercise, that ate right, and did not use tobacco, were 36 to 91% less likely to get these 4 chronic diseases. And MI just stands for myocardial infarction, heart attack. So the great news in this study was that if the participants were only able to do one of the 4 things, they, on average, cut their risk in half. That's pretty profound. So the message here is that simple solutions solve major problems. Think about the Apollo 13 in the midst of water. It's the things that we do every day, simple things. And our goal really is to make being healthy as simple as it possibly can be for all of you at Cleveland State University. So we want to tell you how to get started. I'm going to illustrate several things. One is how to assess your health and some things related to that. Number 2, how to engage in the behavior change campaigns that Lisa mentioned. Number 3, how to record monthly wellness activities, and then we'll have time for questions at the very end. So you will be able to go to your My CSU portal and click on the Wellbeing program where you always have, and this should log you right into WellSteps. You can also assess your health by going to csuohio.edu/wellsteps beginning last week sometime, and it will take you to a page that looks like this. You click Customer Login, and I should tell you that all the information that you give us is extraordinarily private. We never, ever share it with anyone, especially your employer. And we protect all of your data by military-grade security. I'm not kidding. It's very secure in a vault in Texas somewhere. You may recognize this. This is where you can log in at Cleveland State, and you will be directed to take the personal health assessment, which, as Lisa mentioned, is our simple 5-minute assessment of your lifestyle behaviors. We're not going to ask you your family history. We're not going to ask you your medical history. That's all in the past. You can't change it. We're only interested in the things that you can change. 5 minutes. So when you get to this question, very important, you can invite your spouse, your partner, even somebody in your home, maybe a parent, a child. You can invite anyone to join you for free by sharing their name and their email address. We'll invite them by email, but we encourage you to tell your spouse or partner to expect your message. Maybe stop right here even before you click submit and just send them a text message and say, hey, you're going to be getting an email from WellSteps. Any spouse or partner that completes the health assessment could win $50. So this is a reason that you want to do it. Just a word about the Vike Health Wellness Bonus. That includes things like the Know Your Number screenings, body mass index, blood pressure, glucose, and cholesterol. So if you do the screenings and you do the online health assessment, then you'll qualify to earn the Vike Health Wellness Bonus. And that's $20 a month cash if you're in the CSU medical plan, about $240 a year, and $10 if you're not in the CSU medical plan for about $120 a year. We will accept primary care physician forms from either February or December. When you finish the personal health assessment, you'll be logged into your program center. You can see here you've got some feedback. It's simple, it's actionable. We asked you to particularly pay attention to the feedback on which you got a B or a C grade. Up here you can see your grades. You got a health report card. You got grades for each behavior. Just click these little simple arrows, and your overall health grade up here. You can see I'm getting an A. There is on just about every page a How This Works icon. This directs you to a video that explains how to interpret whatever it is that you're looking at, how it works, and just answer questions. They're all very simple, very short videos. We direct your attention to this right here. One of the things we would really love is if you would click on this right when you got in your program center and just took a second to update your account profile, give us your cell phone number so that we can communicate with you on a very limited basis about things that we want to ask you to do. Please provide us with your cell phone number. You can unsubscribe at any time, but we really need your cell phone number. We also want to point out this registration page, where we will be putting things over the course of the year that you need to register for. Right now, you can go there and you can see a message from Dr. Berkman, but just know that that registration page is going to stay there. So again, you're on this page, you've reviewed your feedback, you can, I apologize, you can select a goal up here, My Goal Now. You can also click on My Goal to set a health and wellness goal. You'll note that the things that you're doing a great job on are included here. Things that you need to set a goal for are included up here. You can choose any one of these goals and you will have the opportunity to engage in simple things that will help you change that behavior over a 21-day period. You've heard it said, do something for 21 days and it becomes a habit. We're riding that. So we're going to ask you right away to set a goal. Pick something that you can improve and work on it right away. Apply the tips that we provide to you. This is how My Goal works. When you get an email from us at the end of the first week, the second week, or the third week, all you have to do is let us know whether you met the goal, met the criterion. In this case, eat 3+ servings of vegetables per day. If you did it, you click yes. You can also optionally enter the number of servings that you ate in the box below. Maybe you ate no vegetables, you were a big veggie hater right at the beginning, but you managed to eat 2 per day, and that's great improvement. You can put that 2 down there right here, and it will show up in your graph. That's how My Goal works. So My Tracker, let me spend a little more time on this. My Tracker lets you track exercise, eating behaviors, or even to set your own goal. And the way it works is that you will in most cases provide a goal. In some exercise behaviors, we're going to in the near future be able to automatically track your behaviors. You will have to at least one time go in and click the sync button. That allows your device or your app to talk to My Tracker, and it allows us to pull data in, and so we can automatically fill these columns, and then we can show your progress over here in the bar graph. You can always manually submit data if you'd like. Click the submit button for each day, and then you can click done for the week. That lets us know that you're finished. Maybe you want to take the weekend off. You can start a new week, and you also have the choice to end the tracker if you'd like. Again, the How This Works button will let you know how the My Tracker works. Last thing that's sort of tied to the health assessment is called Screening Reminder. This is really cool because what we've done is we've taken all of the recommended screening and counseling that needs to happen based on your age, your gender, and your personal health assessment responses, and we've pulled these out and we've provided these for you. So you can click on Screening Reminder at any time. There's a one-page PDF. You can print it, take it with you to your annual physical, and so that when you arrive, you're informed, you know what screenings, what counseling you need to go over with your healthcare provider. There's some things we recommend you talk about every year. There's a spot for questions if you have some questions. We even provide information on immunizations, pregnancy, and other screenings that you might check out as well. So Screening Reminder is a really cool thing. It helps you kind of stay up to date with what you need to do when you go in for your annual physical. I also want to mention My Story. Lisa was mentioning success stories. We think this is an awesome feature. So you'll be able to click on this button, Share My Story, and write a brief success story. You can even provide a headshot that we feature. We'll take a look at those stories, and then pretty soon we'll have stories circulating in your program center from your colleagues, just your colleagues, about the cool things that they've done to become healthier. There is an app which is nearly ready. We will be sending you information about how to get the app, but you'll be able to get the Android version or the iTunes version, or excuse me, the Apple version from iTunes, and be able to use that to especially track rewards and do some other things. So that takes us to behavior change campaigns. Want to let you know that the campaigns are chosen by your wellness committee. They've already done a great job selecting a full queue of activities for the coming year. Jenny is going to share some of that with you here in a minute. The cool thing about having everyone do the same campaign at the same time is that you're all doing it together, which means you can compete with each other, you can help each other. If it's a competition, there can be smack talk, but in every case, The tasks are super, super simple. Don't scoff at the simplicity of the task. Remember, in Apollo 13, they used tube sock and duct tape to fix one of the big problems. Just do the simple tasks. They'll help you adopt and maintain simple, healthy behaviors that will make a difference. This is our small droplets of water. Just do the small tasks. Your first campaign is Veggie Up, which actually starts on September 14th, today. Watch for emails and posters. You should have seen them already. This is the basic look. The image will change. The message will change up here at top, but these posters will let you know what campaigns are coming. You may also get campaign materials. In this case, I'm showing the Stop and Go Fast Food Guide. For the Veggie Up campaign, you should have gotten a cutting board. This is what your program center will look like when you log into tell us how you're doing in the campaign. Just note that the name of the campaign is listed here, and that the bubbles up here show what week you're on. You can always work backwards in case you happen to miss a week for being sick or being on vacation. You just can't work ahead. That way everyone stays on the same page. Also note, and in this case, it says watch a video. The video is provided right here for you, so you can watch that video immediately. The tasks down here where you tell us how you did, they're indicated in green, and then there's one task that is above and beyond. It's a little bit more challenging. This is how you participate in the campaign. It's very, very, very simple. Lastly, we want to tell you about the rewards program. Your rewards program has been divided into 2 cycles. One will start at the beginning of September and will last until December 11th. The other starts after a break over the holidays. It starts up on January 4th and will go till June 15th. What that means is there'll be activities that you can do, all of which are worth points. You'll accumulate points, and the points can be redeemed for rewards either at the end of the first cycle, and or at the end of the second cycle. So you have the opportunity to win rewards 2 different times during the year for the rewards program. Here's basically what the rewards program looks like. It's super, super simple. Note the activities are listed here. There are points associated with each activity. If there's a link associated with the activity, there's a form we want you to get or a video we want you to watch or something, it will be provided right here in the activity. The links are also provided up here if maybe you want to watch a video again a couple of months later. You can navigate from month to month by going back 30 days, clicking here. You can see what's coming up by clicking here. You can always watch how the program works by clicking on How This Works icon. And then you can see what prizes are available. I'm going to show those to you in a second. You can also check on the points that have been submitted and maybe that are pending approval, verification. I'm going to explain that to you next. So please be aware that there is an honesty policy. The directions are provided right below the honesty policy. We ask you that you be honest. Sometimes when you click an activity, we trust all of you, but we will need proof for some of the activities, and that will either be provided to us, or you'll need to provide it by uploading a form that you scanned or an image that you've taken with your smartphone. This is what you'll see. This button will appear automatically. A pinning will appear beneath your points. You'll submit the form. It will be verified. Please be patient with us. It takes us about 2 weeks to process these, and then the points will show up in your total up here. So you'll ask the question, how will I know when I receive credit? There are a couple of ways. For the really big things, notice up here it says Vike Health Wellness Bonus. But clicking on that will pull down the really big important things that are associated with you getting the money. The PHA needs to be completed. Know your numbers data has to be provided. When you've done both of those things, you'll see a check mark that appears right up here in the green, and you'll see this message, congratulations, you're done. If you haven't finished, you'll see directions, a link to get you directions on where to go, what to do, who to call, how to schedule. That will be provided. We encourage you to go there. If you don't see the check mark up here, that means you've got some big things left to do. Make sure you read the directions on how to do that. That's how you know you receive credit for the big things. Make sure when you're done checking off points that you click the Submit button. There's one at the top and at the bottom. That's how you record your points. Also, want to let you know that there are several things that you do not have to do a thing to get credit for. You get automatic points. You complete the personal health assessment. You don't need to go anywhere or submit any points for anything. We're going to give you the credit for that. Know your number screening, body mass index, LDL cholesterol, blood pressure, glucose. You're going to get points automatically for doing those things. Don't worry about a thing. We'll take care of it. Journey to Wellness Program, same deal. We're going to submit those points for you automatically. You'll get credit. Again, please give us a few weeks to update your numbers. The pending points will always show when you click on the points button. You can see what's pending, what's waiting to be verified. If you've got additional questions, you can always email Lisa. You can email Jenny and Kenna. We're going to share their contact information here with you just a minute. Clicking on the prizes page will show you where you're at. It will show you when the points need to be redeemed by, and it will show you what prizes are available. So just another snapshot of that. There's $50, $75, and $100 plus some other stuff. So here's how it works. There's a $50 bronze reward. You reach the bronze level, you get $50. If you get $75, you get your silver reward. You get $75 plus you get one additional thing, which I'm going to explain in a second. It has to do with your fitness center reimbursement. And if you reach the $100 level, you get the gold reward. You get $100. So the $120 fitness center bonus is requires you to do a couple things. You've got to attend the fitness center 4 times a month, and then we'll take care of that later in the cycle, and probably in November or December, and we'll communicate with you about that. You watch for an email if you have received credit for getting your fitness center bonus. Again, you've got to average 4+ visits per month to reach the silver rewards level, and you'll get reimbursed the $120 for your fitness fees. With that, let me go ahead and introduce Jenny, who is going to talk to you a little bit about what's coming next. So Jenny?
Thank you so much, Dr. Adams. It's always helpful to see the new program and see the program center, how to use it, and also have a little bit more understanding about why we're doing wellness. So thank you very much for that. So let's talk a little bit about the specifics that we have planned for you this year. As previously discussed, the first campaign of this year will be the Veggie Up campaign. And the whole purpose of this campaign is to learn how to live a healthier life by embracing veggies. So when your mom told you to eat your veggies and you were a child, she was right. We're going to teach you ways to do that throughout this campaign. It is starting on Monday, September 14th. As Dr. Adams mentioned, as long as the campaign is running, you can go back to previous weeks. So if you weren't able to participate right from the get-go, you still have access as long as the campaign is running. A few things to note: if you have registered with WellSteps, then you are already registered for the campaign and you don't have to sign up anywhere else. You'll also get a free cutting board, and we do have information on where you can pick those up. It has been sent out, but if you have questions, you can always call us or email us. We will be displaying our contact information shortly. So one thing that we like to do with our specific behavior change campaigns is have incentives associated with that campaign. So not only do you have your Bike Health and Wellness bonus, your end of the cycle prizes, you also have incentives for each of the campaigns. For this campaign, if you complete by participating each week, then you will be entered to win one of 11 $50 gift cards. Now, you may be thinking, well, what if I don't win the gift card? You know, what motivation do I have? Well, not only are you going to feel better and have a healthier lifestyle, but you can also have rewards points associated with this campaign. So if you complete, then you automatically get the rewards points and you're entered to win one of these gift cards. So some great incentives there. Looking ahead a little bit, as previously mentioned, the year is divided into 2 cycles, and throughout each cycle we're going to do 2 behavior change campaigns and 2 2-week challenges. Now the behavior change campaigns are a little bit longer. They're typically about 4 to 6 weeks and cover a more broad health topic. The 2-week challenges are, as they're called, 2 weeks long, and they're a little bit more targeted and focus on one specific area of health. So for cycle 1, we have the Veggie Up campaign, and then we also have the health care or self-care campaign that's going to be starting later in the cycle. The 2 challenges that we'll be doing in Cycle 1 are Plan to be Active and Assess Health. And then when we restart in January, we will do the Biggest Loser for Life campaign. And the second campaign of Cycle 2 will be an exercise-based campaign where you can track your exercise using your Fitbit device. So there's a lot of development and exciting things coming with that campaign. The challenges for Cycle 2 will be no nighttime munchies and cut the clutter. So this is a really well-rounded program. I'm excited to start these with you guys. They're some of the most popular and definitely the most successful and fun campaigns that we offer at WellSteps. So what can you do now? We've talked about the big picture and the timeline and what you can do throughout the year, but starting right now, you can register and complete your personal health assessment if you have not already done so. You can participate in each of the behavior change campaigns, especially this first one, Veggie Up, that has started. You can earn your rewards points throughout the year. As mentioned, there are activities that are done on a monthly basis so that you're being rewarded for the healthy things you're already doing and the healthy things that you can add to your routine. At any point in time, you can set healthy goals using the My Goal and My Tracker tools. And you can always encourage others, whether that be your coworkers or your family or neighbors and friends at home. It's always more successful when we have support in each of the different areas of our life. And one final thing I wanted to talk about as a little bit of extra motivation for you. We are offering incentives for early completion of your personal health assessment. So as it shows here, any employee who completes their personal health assessment by September 16th will be entered to win a WellSteps swag bag, which is a really fun bag that WellSteps has put together that has exciting swag in it. There is an apple cutter, there are some materials in there just to get you started and get you excited about the program. On the same note, any spouse or same-sex domestic partner who completes their personal health assessment by the same date, September 16th, they will be entered to win a $50 gift card. So you'll be entered to win these incentives, you will get rewards points, and you'll be one step closer to earning your Bike Health and Wellness bonus. We want to make sure that you have our contact information. If you do have any questions, please feel free to contact us. My name is Jenny, and we also have Kenna, who is a second WellSteps guide on the account. We are here to support you and make sure that you have a successful program. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to contact us. And at this point, we're going to cover a few questions that have come up during this webinar.
Yes, there are a few questions, and it looks like most of these questions are directed to Lisa. So Lisa, here's a question. One person asks, how do I get credit for Know Your Numbers if I did it in the spring? I believe you cover this, but you might want to go over this again.
Yes, if you completed your Know Your Numbers screening in the spring, your results are automatically going to be verified within the rewards page of the portal. So if you don't see them already and you don't see them in the next week or two, then you can feel free to email myself or Jenny or Kenna. But if you completed your screening in the spring, that should already be updated as completed. And that will also show your Know Your Numbers screening soon to follow.
All right, thank you. Here's a person who's heard about the great deal on the Fitbits, and they want to know, how do I get my Fitbit?
So this Thursday, the 17th of September, I'm going to email all benefits eligible faculty and staff to let them know that on Monday morning, September 21st at 10 a.m., a registration email for the Fitbit devices will go out. And those that are first registered for either the Fitbit Flex, the Fitbit Charge HR Small, or the Fitbit Charge HR Large, will qualify to receive an email from myself. So I will send an email out to those that qualified, providing the instructions that you've qualified. Please take your CSU ID and your payment to treasurers, here in the main classroom, Campus 411, to make your payment and pick up your Fitbit device.
Thank you. Couple of other questions. One person asks, how do I get credit for attending this kickoff and other activities throughout the year?
So when you attend the kickoff, whether you came to a live event or just listen to it at your computer or on your own, what you're going to do is go into the rewards page and look for monthly activities. So this was something that we did in September. So you find the kickoff event, check the kickoff event, and then there's a complete button, or I'm sorry, it's a submit button, and it's either at the top or the bottom of the rewards page, but you want to click that submit button to complete verification of completion, and that goes along with a lot of other monthly activities.
Yeah, just a note on that. We will be sending out monthly reminders with a login link so people can go in on a monthly basis and let us know the kinds of things that they did, and that's one of the things for September. But thank you very much. Looks like we just have one more question. We talked about the Fitness Center bonus, but somebody wants to know, go over the details again. How do I get my Fitness Center bonus? Okay,
I can explain that one too. And I'm going to take this little opportunity to give some people some compliments. We have the Veggie Up campaign that starts today, and we have some people that are doing well at being healthy, eating vegetables, and exercising. So the Fitness Center bonus reminded me of Joseph Hahn, who is not only a leader in business, but a leader in being healthy and exercise, and he has encouraged his team to participate in the Veggie Up campaign. They go shopping at Whole Foods. We have our first-year advisors participating as a department and exercising together. So in a matter of days, we've had some really excellent stories that I hope continue on through the weeks and months and years to come. So I just wanted to take that opportunity to congratulate some people for an awesome start. So with the Fitness Center bonus, in November and December through December 11th, you're going to have the opportunity in the rewards page of the portal to attest to paying for a fitness center and using it an average of 4 or more times a month. So that's something that you'll check off and submit, and then that'll be matched with those employees that earn 500 or more points. So those two things come together, and that'll verify that you earned the $120 Fitness Center bonus that happens twice a year. And I have to say, this is an excellent reason to provide us with your cell phone on your personal account, because it's items like this that we will not be, texting people information, but just on key areas and important things when a campaign's starting or when a qualification comes up. This is an area where you want to make sure you're getting notified. So that's how we're going to do it. You will get an email or a communication saying that you qualified once you attest to paying and using a fitness center, and you earn 500 points by December 11th.
Wonderful. Thank you. Lisa, it looks like that's all the questions we have, so we'll close this webinar. We want to thank you for all of your great information. On behalf of myself, Troy Adams, Jenny Irvine, and Kenna Morrell, would like to thank all of you for attending today, and we look forward to working with you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.